really quickly before we pivot, you know what I'm saying, more so out of this, man. I just want to say, man, because this there's also something else that this is kind of gonna segue into, man. Like,
Okay.
man, y'all mans, man. This is my man's too, man. I don't know if this is actually y'all man. This is my man, man. 50 Cent, man.
Yeah.
Fifth, man.
Yeah. I know what you're
What
gonna
is
say,
going
dude. I'll let
on,
you take
man?
I
it,
don't know
Z.
what's
I'll
going on with
chime
50.
in.
Yo, man, like, yo, we crossing over from gangster to demonic at a certain point, man. Like,
I
you got
agree.
still Fifth. Like, yo, he came out with a picture, man. I don't even want to post it. I would have sent it to y'all, man. But I don't even want to like feed into any negativity like that, man. But he was smoking a hookah, man, and he said that he's smoking that Irv Gotti pack. He just said that today, man. Like, let the dead rest, man. Like, whatever. Like, Fifth, you won. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Exactly.
let the dead rest, man.
The thing with me is I'm disappointed in him, and the reason why I'm disappointed, Z, is because with somebody that seemingly has so much genius and business acumen, he can be very childish too.
Oh yeah,
Right?
shit.
Very
Absolutely.
childish and petty in a way that's not becoming of somebody of his stature.
Yes,
So
that's Tom Petty, bro.
what's that?
That's Tom. He's Tom Petty, bro.
He's Tom Petty. He's Tom Petty.
Yeah,
But you know the thing is that you know our ancestors, and we've heard this over and over again. The elders have always said, if you don't have a kind word to say, don't say anything at all. Right? And this is one of those moments that he should have exercised that. I am almost as disappointed in him as I was of Lord Jamal. Right? And not because of you know, obviously not because of the same thing, and perhaps even not to the same degree, but nigga, you won. You know what I'm saying? Like you doing well. Right? Like, so anything that they, you know, any strife that you might have had with Herb Gotti and Ja Rule and the Murder Inc. collective over the years, I mean, you know, listen, you blew through that stuff, and you doing well despite what was said. I mean, how about just having a kind word? Something like, you know, listen, we had our words in the past, we didn't agree, we never got along, but in this moment, I represent all of the good that he did for our culture. Past, present, and the things that'll continue. And all my best goes to his family. It's nothing wrong with saying shit like that.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's like how Prince graciously gave Michael Jackson respect when he passed on. You know,
Yeah. I mean, that's what you do.
But you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know my best friend until I had a battle with him or something like that. And honor the mic. You know what I mean? It was like, you know, yeah, just let go, bro. Like, and Kendrick's heading the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that, you know what I'm saying, is ridiculous. I mean, yeah, battle's a battle. What I don't know what Drake actually did to Kendrick for him to like call him a pedophile and stuff like that. What, he talked about his wife or some shit? What he talking about? What happened?
I don't know, but I
don't
like.
I don't follow either of them like that. You know what I'm saying?
Me
But I
neither.
heard Meet the Grams, and I'm like, yo, this is. I shoot a motherfucker talking about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't do no shit like that, man.
100%.
I was the top of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The fuck you don't like that? You walking around, nah, kid.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying? Yeah.
And everybody out here looking at me like that now.
Yeah.
He should be suing. He got to do something.
I agree. And and he's got a kid. Like, yo, it's like it's not even my reputation anymore. What you're saying now affects my son. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I honestly like think that I think this has been one of the wackest battles that everybody else thinks is great ever. And like
everybody whacked those,
everybody whack. I mean, I've heard some things from Kendrick's chipmunk voice, non-pubescent bass having ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've heard some things from Kendrick that have been like, all right. I like We Gonna Be All Right. I think that's like an anthem, man. I think that's an amazing song.
I don't know what that is.
We Gonna Be All Right. Really?
So, you know what? Can I say something? Like, at this moment, though, I just want to say, Fifth, you're wrong.
Word.
You need to get over it. One, have a kind word, and if you're incapable of having a kind word, just be quiet. You know what I mean? Just be quiet, man, and keep your feelings to yourself. It's not becoming of you And certainly not becoming of the person that I've grown to respect as a business person, and somebody that's very successful. So, listen. Now, what I was gonna say about the Kendrick and do you want to? What's the dude's name? Drake. Daily Walkers, if you're interested, we did a video about this months ago when this whole beef first started, and we're gonna put a link in the description, or I'm gonna try something. We're gonna put a link here so that you can click on it and you could go to that video. But yeah, y'all could continue. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. Word. Yeah, wallet, man. Like, just be done with it, man. I agree. Just be done with it. Stop staying.
Be done with it.
Grow up. You know what I'm saying?
That's really it. That's what it all boils down to. You're right. Grow up. Grow up.
There was a sister here, man, that I'm not gonna say her name. She well, okay, there's a lesbian sister here, man, that I had some dealings with her partner, and she grew to really hate me. Like, her partner used that, against her, leverage her, like just a bunch of shit that's like, why? It was why? So she grew to hate me, legitimately hate me. Like, it was like she wanted me dead.
The lesbian,
yeah.
Okay.
And she passed away, man, like tragically.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, she lost her life, man. And we were at odds or whatever, but like at the very least, the least that I could do is not say anything. You know what I'm saying? With her passing or whatever, man. Like, that's the very least or whatever. The something that would have been inconceivable for me was to take that moment and make it a aha moment, or what I'm saying, make it something that it just shouldn't have been, man. Because like at the end of the day, a lot of the ways that we're pitted against each other down here on this planet are bigger than us anyway. You know what I'm saying? And if we were in a normal circumstance, man, cats would probably love each other a lot more. You know what I mean? From Ja Rule to 50 to, everybody, man. Like,
that's right.
So we let these societal things divide us that are not going to matter in the next realm, whatever your respective faith is or whatever, man. Like, whatever the next part of this is, ain't nobody checking for Ja Rule, 50 Cent, Herb Guy, whatever. It's like it's a whole spiritual thing, man. So what I don't believe in doing is disrupting spiritual energy with anything that happens down here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not because we don't know what's necessarily next, but we know that I just want to stay in a good accordance, man, with the Most High and the Creator, man. And I never want to do anything to stoke a fire in the next dimension, knowing how hot this one is, man. Like, shit, do we not have it bad enough down here as Black people that we don't need to So yeah, man. So just rest in peace, Irv Gotti.
Definitely.
And rest in power, and peace to his family and all that, man, and healing energy to them. If I may, really quickly, I just got to add this on here because Fifth has been on a tear.
Yeah.
I don't know, Daily Walkers. I'm sure that some of y'all have seen the situation going on between him and Big Meech.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen it a little bit, but I don't know what the origins of it are.
Oh my God!
But you know what I did see though yesterday, that Big Meech is doing a car show with Rick Ross. Well, you know what? I don't like calling him Rick Ross. Rose.
Yeah.
Right. And that's and me saying that I don't like calling him Rick Ross is not because I don't like his music. I've grown to like some of his things over the years, but I recognize that there is an original Rick Ross, that is his actual name, right? So I just prefer not to refer to Rick Ross as Rick Ross. I like to refer to the rapper Rick Ross as Rose or Ricky Rose, and refer to the real Rick Ross as the real Rick Ross. So
no doubt, there's a real 50 Cent too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All of these cats are borrowing,
that's
man,
right.
from other people, but the real Rick Ross is alive, and
yeah, exactly, right.
The real Rick Ross was never a federal enforcement. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Let me shut up. But so Big Meech went and took a picture with Rick Ross.
Right.
And it was big up in his auto show, because every year big Rick Ross does a car show, you know what I'm saying, on his it's his property in Atlanta.
Right.
And Big Meech went down there, dapped him up, took a picture, and Fifth did not take kindly to that at all. And as it stands right now, man, it looks like he has canceled the remaining season of BMF. And he got into it with Lil Meech and published his text messages and all of that, because Lil Meech was like, man, you know me in real life, bro. Like, this was just something to make ends meet until the money from the next season started coming in. Dad just got home, this, that, and the third. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call me. Fifth published the text message, man. And the latest
he did that to not Tony Yayo. What was the other guy that was down with him?
Buck. Yeah, Young Buck.
Young Buck.
Yeah, I remember that. That was the one where Young Buck had called him and he was really emotional or something like that, right?
Yeah, he put that call out. That man was crying. Young Buck also was a terrible name for so many reasons, but given Buck's proclivities, I guess it might be more on point than we once thought. But that having been said, I think that yeah, man, like Fifth is just one thing that I respect about Fifth is that he does not ever break character, and he's consistent amongst everybody, man. Like,
yeah.
His son Marquise came out with a video today. His son that he's estranged from.
Yep.
And it was directed toward Lil Meech, because Fifth had said that Lil Meech is like a son to me or whatever in the midst of his battle with his own son.
Mm-hmm.
And Marquise was just laughing, man. He was like, "Yo, you thought you were different?"
Right. He did it to me. What you think he was going to do to you?
He did it to me, like,
and I'm his firstborn.
I really love and admire and respect Fifth. I really do, man. Like, I root for Fifth, but like certain shit, bro. Like, you just gotta chill, fam.
Tom Petty, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, he's unrelentless. He's gonna stop you when you're down. He's gonna keep on going. He doesn't care. He'll try to. I don't know if he's fucking women and shit like that, but you know what I'm saying. Like, if he is, he'll fuck your girl, because he's one of those Tom Petty type of niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I read 50 Cent's book. I'm trying to remember the title.
50th Law.
Yes, yeah. Excellent book. Excellent. And in that, he really talks about how he's become the business person that he is, but then also some of the fundamental character disciplines that he sticks to. And in that, I don't recall him talking anything about trolling. You know what I mean? That's something that he just, perhaps inadvertently or, just intentionally left out. The thing for me is that while it's funny, I want him to consider that what you put out in the universe will at some point come back to you, right? So the bad energy that you put out in the universe, listen, maybe it's not coming back right now. Maybe it's just sort of stacking away somewhere, and at some point the clouds that are holding these sort of bad gestures that he's putting out into the universe, just in a way of trolling people and not being able to let things go. As perhaps at some point the clouds are just going to open up and just downpour a tsunami of just hardship on them. And I hope that doesn't happen. But at some point you got to just stop and say, you know what? I got to be able to turn the other cheek. I'm winning. I can't make a big deal. Like I heard somebody say, and it might have been Hassan Campbell, and some things I agree with him with, and some things he's just off his rocker. But
he's a character, man.
Yeah, he's a very interesting dude. But I watch his podcast. I actually enjoy hearing his perspective on some things. But one of the things he said that I thought was really important and it made a lot of sense. He was like, with the decision, whether it's, we don't know if it's true, but the decision to cancel BMF, why would you do that when the show is a hit? What you do is you hit back and you respond with the success that you're having in the show. Or what you do is you use this last season to talk about the demise a Big Meech. You know what I mean? And then perhaps allow that to sort of be your rebuttal or your get back, if you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, like with the 50th law, like he studied and was like I don't know, like a student of Robert Greene, who did like the 48 laws of power, you know what I'm saying? And
you wrote that with him.
Yeah, he wrote it with him, correct. One of the 48 laws is number 15, crush your enemies totally. Great leaders since Moses have known to a feared enemy must be crushed completely. Sometimes they have learned this the hard way. If one ember of life is left alight, no matter how dimly it's smoldered, a fire will eventually break out. More is lost through stopping halfway through the total annihilation. The enemy will recover and will seek revenge, crush him not only in body and in spirit.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. But my rebuttal to that is that if we look at that in the context of a race and you're miles ahead of the opponent, as long as you continue to do the things that you're doing, it could be argued that you're going to continue to maintain a steady stride well ahead of the opponent. You know what I mean? So to even stop the race, to deal with that, lessens that gap. You know what I'm saying? So
I get that. I get where you coming from. But from Tom Petty, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's studying that to the T.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, with the situation with Ja Rule, he bought tickets just to make sure that people didn't even come to his concert. He got his money, but he wanted to smolder him so he could never come back again. He tried it, and he had two situations that were really bad for him. You know what I'm saying? And of course, 50 laughed, and you know what I'm saying, made troll and memes and stuff like that just to, you know, make him feel good. I don't know why a person could be like that, but some people are just petty like that.
I guess so. I don't understand the logic behind it. Like, I know 50 has a lot of money, and I can't even begin to fathom the amount of money that he has. But I do know my fundamental understanding of economics is that I would not waste several $1,000 or several $100,000. I don't know how much he spent on those tickets to keep Ja Rule from earning a living, right? Because ultimately what happens is that you're not just affecting Ja Rule, you're affecting his family. You know what I mean? So if you have a beef with the man, you can have the beef with the man, but consider the people that rely upon the man. You know what I mean?
D, I got to push back on you a little bit on that
one.
Right. I thought that was hilarious, and I thought that was fair. And the money goes to Ja Rule. He bought the seat.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right. See, I didn't even think about that part of the equation.
So it's just
absolutely right. Yeah.
It's the ultimate flex. Like, I can buy you, you little mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the ultimate flex in that way.
You're right. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I think that with Fifth, the beauty of Fifth and what I love about Fifth is that he operates in a way that if you follow his steps and follow his moves, it's like almost white supremacy 101, right? It's like, because for one, I've never seen Fifth bully, let alone troll anybody that wasn't black. I've never seen, like, when Fifth gets around white people, he's like a teenage girl, dog. You seen him on the Andrew Schultz podcast? When he gets around white people, it's a whole different Fifth. He's so friendly and nice and cuddly. You want to tickle him. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole different situation. I promise you, he's giddy. He's laughing.
Articulate, well-versed.
You see every tooth in his mouth. He's making sure that everybody's comfortable. It's a whole different situation. When he gets around black people, he's a whole nother beast. You know, and his leash for disrespect when it comes to black people is so, you know, he just keeps that on such a short leash, man. But I've never seen him take any white person to task. Even look at his relationship with Eminem, right? Like, you know, M is an artist with Dre. You know what I'm saying? Fifth is an artist, you know, under Dre or whatever. They essentially had like a similar sort of, but the way that he talks about him, you would think that he pulled this man out of some water and gave him CPR and saved his life.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he says.
I mean, but he's acknowledging the truth about that, and I guess for him, it's like, if it wasn't for Eminem, you know, where would I be? And
listen,
listen,
but what black person does 50 Cent talk about in that way? He doesn't even talk about Dre. He doesn't talk about Dre like that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? He's only allowed to do certain things, man.
All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is the Daily Walk. This is Aki Bang, Didi Turner, the Reverend Brother Pastor Deacon Dr. Jasper. Excuse me, the Reverend Brother Pastor Deacon Dr. Jasper. I'm fucking it up. The Reverend Brother Pastor Deacon Dr. Jasper. And we out of this motherfucker.
You got it.